Good morning to you in Melbourne. You're in for a fine start to the working week and you can expect a top of 15 degrees.
Well, with Australia now the Western world's fattest nation, experts warn it's not just the fat that's a worry, but where we are carrying it. The dreaded beer belly puts you at greater risk of diabetes and heart disease. For more, we're joined by nutrition expert Zoe Bingley-Pullin. Zoe, good morning to you.
Good morning.
There'll be plenty of people waking up across Australia who'll be thinking, oh, I'm just carrying a little bit too much around. There's some serious problems with it in terms of health.
Absolutely. Well, I think what needs to be known is that alcohol is toxic on the body, so the body tries to eliminate it as quickly as it can. The number one problem is that what we tend to do is we tend to overconsume in alcohol, and then we also tend to eat high saturated or high trans fatty foods. Now, we've got all our vital organs around this abdominal region, and if you've got fat deposited around that area, you get some serious health risks as a result. Heart disease, high cholesterol, and that's just to name a few. Diabetes.
They say if you want to, you know, eliminate that beer belly, you've got to cut out beer. That's the first thing people tell you. Is that the most serious of the problems?
Well,
because, or is it the food that comes with it?
Look, alcohol is definitely one of the serious and big problems because of the high sugar content in it and the body's elimination process. But when you're consuming high amounts of chips, dips, you know, you have high fatty foods, which are things like your trans fat, so your saturated fats like coconut milk. All of these needs to be processed as well. And it doesn't matter what it is, overconsumption's overconsumption.
We're talking also about higher statistics for women now. Women are getting this beer belly as well and associated health problems. Absolutely.
I mean, men do carry their fat predominantly abdominally. Women are definitely in the thigh and bottom region, unfortunately. And the thing is what we're seeing is women binge drink in massive quantities as well. So, unfortunately, if you're over-consuming on anything, the body has to work very hard to get rid of it. And if you're not burning it, it will be converted into fat.
All right, let's talk about how, if we've got it, how we can get rid of it then.
Right, OK. Well, there's a couple of simple tips. Number one is just water. You know, if you're drinking the right amount of water, what we tend to do is we can to be eating, avoid all your processed foods. So this is in these high culprit, high saturated fats because the body does find it very hard.
The ones that taste really good when you drink.
I think anything tastes good when you're drinking alcohol.
Here it says snack on nuts and seeds, but I thought nuts were a problem.
Yeah, it's a very good point. What you want is you want raw, unsalted nuts. They're what we call essential fats. They're good fats. Actually, it's interesting, when you've got alcohol in the system, your body can't absorb any forms of fats, and that's why we tend to crave fat the next day. So if you give your body the good fats, such as found in nuts and seeds. Another thing also is nuts are very high in protein, so protein fills you up. So ideally, it can stop you drinking as much.
Just finally, they also say to do a lot of ab exercise, and that reduces the stomach. That's not necessarily the case.
Look, I think the thing is, movement. Get your body moving, anything. It could be just starting with small walks, but you can, work on your core stability stuff, do some crunches and what have you, but unfortunately, you can't spot reduce fat, so it's about movement.
All right, we'll get moving this morning, straight after the show finishes.
Fantastic.
Good on you, Zoe. Thank you very much for that. Over to you, Georgie.
And the good news is if you had a blowout on the weekend, today's another day. It is time now for our clip of the day, and this one's called 100 Reasons to Invade New Zealand. Now, that was a spoof ad from the ABC program, The Gruen Transfer, but it seems our New